Well, hello, campers, lovers of the great outdoors. Donnie Pavlini. Ever bake anything in one of these? The Musa grease pot? Well, I have, and I can tell you, this thing can do a lot more than you may think. We'll take a look at a couple of recipes. At first I thought I'll just make a little breakfast dish. Then after I thought about it a little bit, I said, hey, why not? Let's make some blueberry muffins with icing. So we're going to make both. Okay, for the dough I'm going to be using the Bisquick all-purpose baking mix, but I will not be using an egg because the egg will be added later, and I just don't want it in there. It's not going to give me the results that I want. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up. Not using much water at all. Using something round to make this dough nice and thin is important. To pretty it up. Now this is some Smithville cheese and bacon sausages. And I like them pretty well. You can use any kind you wish. Take this and put it in a mixing bowl. And we'll set that to the side. Now, tater tots. Tater tots, I like to use them because it's a good way to get hash browns without going through all the trouble, and you can just put them in a bag, take them with you. Next item. We have red, yellow, and green bell pepper and onion. That should do the trick. Sharp cheddar. Not going to put a whole lot in here right now. Not a lot. That's not a lot. Now, beat this mixture. Mix very well. Now we'll add some seasoning. I'm going to use black pepper, garlic powder, and a little Cajun spice. Continue mixing. And this is what we have. A nice little breakfast mixture. I have enough filling to make two, or just about two of these. Now it's time to prepare our oven, the imusa grease pot. And I have a little tuna can that I put at the bottom of this thing. You have to have a nice little area of space, about an inch, inch and a quarter, up from the bottom of your pot to prevent burning. Now we'll start preheating, and the secret to this type of baking, like with barbecue, it's going to be a low and slow situation. Try to maneuver your dish into the center. Now, nothing left to do but wait. As I said earlier, I'm going to have some muffins as well with icing. So, with the way that the sky's looking and the rain that we've had, I think it's wise for me to go ahead, get these on the go. Notice I'm not measuring anything. I should. Baking is something you should always measure. But I'm not. Not this time. Because this is just a simple muffin mix. It's a simple muffin mix at Martha White, and pretty much all you want to do is just mix till you get the right consistency. All the other stuff's figured for you. Do a little spoon cleanup here. Still a little thick. A little thick, and it will thicken up. Using a butter flavor cooking spray. I want it to come to about halfway in this cooking dish, because it's going to rise a bunch. In fact, I have some concerns about my breakfast dish. I added butter to make it a little more dense, hoping that would control some of it. That's good. That'll make a nice little muffin. Alright, now we have the jet boil up here. We're going to put our pot stand accessory. I think that'll be fine. Be sure you center these pot stands really well. My billy can given to me by Mr. Brian, Way of the Woodsman. Now we'll see what we have. In the meantime, let's check on our breakfast. Yep, and as I feared, it seems to be overflowing. We're about, let's see, check my time. Yeah, we're a good 12 minutes in right now. Muffin time. Now for this, I'm going to use my tongs because this is a much deeper pot. I've got to be very careful. It's a deeper pot. Alright, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and make our icing. I want to make a simple icing sugar or confectioner's sugar icing. Start with an ample amount of icing sugar or confectioner's sugar. And I want this to be a rather tart lemon icing. And that should do it. And a little water goes a long way with this stuff, folks. It's about time to get breakfast off of the fire. I have, it's been going about 28 minutes. And I think that should be about right. You have to bake muffins and things like that a little longer. First thing we want to do is examine the bake itself. The crust has a nice browning around it. And here's a look at the sides. Now I will attempt to reveal the bottom. No burn on the bottom. Absolutely no burn at all. And there you have it. A nice little breakfast pie. Baked in the imusa grease pot. Baked in the imusa grease pot and the MSR Pocket Rocket stove. Now let's cut into it. That looks about right to me. Now the next step is take your spoon or fork and enjoy. Not going to start something I can't keep up. The crust is crispy. The inside isn't dry. It's got the perfect amount of moisture. Seasoning's good. The bake is right on. Got lucky with this, to be honest. Baking isn't, by all accounts, the easiest thing in the world to do. All the flavors are there. The hashed brown potatoes, the sausage, the peppers, egg. That's good. Let's check in again on our muffins. I have to tell you, I have some serious concerns for them. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell to the left. It looks like some burning. Yeah, there it is. Black. That's no good. But that's really not good. We'll mix up another batch. All right, got another batch of batter for our muffins that we're going to transfer to our oven. Whoops, wrong lid. And let's get a time on that. Low and slow, for real. Well, there's a couple of things I think went wrong with my muffins. The first, I didn't mix my batter thin enough. It was a little too thick. I had it going off in my head, but you know how you say, well, if you change it, you end up better with the first thing you thought. Well, in this case, I do think I should have made it thinner. So I did on this go around. And the second thing, of course, was the heat source. So if you have a pocket rocket or a jet boil or any other kind of stove, you really got to crank that heat down. Low and slow, like barbecue. Think like barbecue. I also have to mention that Homer Mayo really introduced me to this. We worked on it last weekend and he showed me the basics of it, and I went and got the glass Pyrex dishes because I couldn't, my pot isn't as large as the one that Homer had, the Pathfinder bush pot, where he could put a 5-inch pan, an aluminum 5-inch pan. Mine, it won't work in mine, so I had to go to Walmart and get the 3 or 3.5-inch Pyrex dishes, but they work well. But you're not going to feed an army. All right, guys and gals, let's try this again after that first failed attempt. Whoa. And it's not too bad. Had one little spot that stuck. And here is the muffin. It is hot. Now quickly, and I mean quickly, I'm going to do a slice through, show the bake. Unfortunately, I let my fruit settle to the bottom, which is always a hazard when baking fruit. And a nice, beautiful drizzle of lemon icing. And there's the completed dish. This is definitely a beat the clock situation. I'm running out of battery. I added more lemon. Bakes good. No burn. So this was my baking show. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. So guys, thank you for hanging out. Donnie Paddling the Outdoors to you and yours. Take care. And hopefully we'll see you in the woods.